Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas. I'm eating, or was eating, a chocolate covered almond. They're delicious, dark chocolate covered almond. But anyway, again, Rusty 78609 Central Texas, USA, 10:47 a.m., 51 degrees, 61% humidity, and 30.33 on the barometer, and it is rising. Nice day, very nice day. Right now, I'm going to respond to a comment on a video I did several days ago, and the title of the video was "Food Read Labels," and in it, I was doing a wine tasting event. I was in a grocery store, and I got to reading labels on products, and when I took a little break, and I realized how crappy our food is, or how many calories are in some products. It was just a random sample of unhealthy foods, basically. And anyway, I got a comment, and I won't mention the name, but I got a comment. He said, and there was a pretty young lady in the video who worked with one of the distributors and was stocking the shelves. And she comes in there a lot when I'm there, and she is cute. She really is, and she's really a lovely young lady. I think she's around 30, 28 to 30, maybe, I'm not sure. But anyway, the comment I got was this. It says, "A very nice young lady, I have to say, and it's good that you point out the unhealthy foods. I do believe food is the biggest cause of cancer in the world. When you sit down to a meal now, you sit down to a plate of poison chemicals. I couldn't agree with you more. I totally agree, and I thank you very much for the comment, because it gives me a chance to expand on foods. Am I a dietitian? No. Am I a doctor? No. Can I read? Yes. Hang on. There's somebody coming. Pause. Okay, I'm back. I got interrupted by a church group that wants me to come to a revival. And the bad news is I'm an atheist. I am way beyond an agnostic. But anyway, they know that, and I do. But I don't make. I mean, I respect their choice to be Christians or Muslims or Hindus or Buddhists or whatever. Doesn't bother me what people want to be. Just don't kill each other because of it. But anyway, we're back to the comment about. Let me get to it here. About sitting down to a plate of poison chemicals. How true. But I want to add this to this comment, and I thank the gentleman for the comment. I really do. I love to get comments because that tells me somebody, number one, watched the video, and number two, that they had enough interest to post a comment, because it's comments that help me keep going. And but anyway, chemicals in our food, unbelievable. In fact, there's a channel on YouTube that you can go to called TED Talks, and then there's some that are called TEDx Talks. Well, TED Talks are the programs that are done by the TED group. The TEDx are TED Talks that are done by somebody else, but they're all the same. And they're just loaded with good information. Do they have information in there about what our food can? Do they have videos about what is in our food chain? Answer: yes. They also have information about what's coming. Genetic engineering, genetically modified GMOs, or whatever you want to call it. All these things are not only coming, they're here. And then you have to ask the question, now, since they're here and they're already in our food chain, are they bad? And the answer is there hasn't been enough studies done to determine whether they are or not. Some, it appears, can be really beneficial, because what we're having to do, the world, poor old Mother Earth, is having to try to produce more and more food on smaller and smaller arable tracts of land for more population. And as the population is going to level off probably around, I want to say 12 billion rather. And And so the rate of growth is declining. I mean, it's not growing. The graph is not going like this. It's more like it's kind of leveling off now. We're the number of babies being born around the world is changing. It's coming down really quick, and that's good because it will kind of take the pressure off of farmers, etc., to produce more food. One of the biggest areas that's a problem as far as cancer is concerned is people that like to eat red meat. You know, years ago, say 50 or 100 years ago, only the wealthy could afford red meat and or meats of any kind, basically. And maybe poultry the poor could get, but beef was out totally. So what's happened as the middle class has grown throughout the world and is growing as we speak, there's pressure on these feedlots to produce more and more beef. And so they shoot them up with antibiotics and growth hormones and all kind of chemicals. And do they use genetic modification? Every way they can. Is it good for you? No, no, no. So kind of shy away from it. You know, even if you can find organic, certified organic beef, then you're probably going to be okay. Okay, if you don't eat much. Beef is really just a carcinogen. I mean, you shouldn't eat much of it. But as far as the other food crops, you know, corn, etc., you know, now that, you know, as we use corn to produce ethanol, which I think we should never have done, it was a mistake. It's expensive. And not only that, it drives up the price of corn. Corn is in every product nearly on the grocery shelf somehow, either through feed for the animals that ate it or as a high corn fructose as a sweetener. Corn's everywhere. I mean, if you don't believe me, check it out. But here's something you can do, in my opinion. Most people nowadays have a smartphone. So when you're in the grocery store, recommendation number one, buy those products with the least number of ingredients. That's one. Number two, if you are going to buy a product that has ingredient list this long and it's microscopic and you can't even hardly read it, pick out a couple of those ingredients and do a Google search or whatever, an Apple search, whatever that is, and right there in the store. I mean, you know, just ask, what is lithomethamphetamine or whatever it is that you can't even pronounce? And it'll tell you right there instantly. So if you use the smartphones for what they can be used for, then that's going to reduce your chances of buying a product that could be harmful to your health. You know, as far as fruits and vegetables, I try to buy organic. Is organic more expensive? Hell yes, it is. Sometimes it's 50% more, sometimes more than that. But, you know, if you don't eat healthy, you know, most people will drive a nice car and spend a lot of money on it. But they wouldn't go buy organic food for themselves because we don't think that way. Because the car is a representation of our ego, our vanity, whereas eating organic, not many people are going to be impressed with that, okay? In fact, they're probably going to think you're a vegan or whatever, or a tree hugger or something like that. I mean, that's not true. You're just taking care of your health. But as far as health is concerned, for me, I'm 70 years old. I take no medication. I walk every day, 7 days a week. My blood pressure is like 130 over 74 or something like that. Cholesterol, fine. All the little things okay. And the reason is, you know, I try to eat right and I exercise, you know, and the less you eat, the better. Eat less, eat less, eat less. In fact, I have a sign right there on my dining room table in this luxurious RV that I live in. It says, eat less, take deep breaths. Why take deep breaths? Because taking deep breaths relieves stress. It is. Do it every now. Let it out slowly. Do 2 or 3 of those every now and then. You don't have to hyperventilate, but every now and then just do it. And every time I see my note, it reminds me and I do it. It makes me feel better. Number 3, drink water. Drink water. A lot of water. A gallon a day ain't going to hurt you. You'll pee a lot, but that's good for you. You're peeing out a lot of stuff your body doesn't want. One of the things that causes gout in elderly or anybody, young people get it, is what accumulates in your blood are called purines or something like that. But they can be flushed out just by drinking a lot of water. So you won't have to worry about it. And muscle cramps, same way. And but anyway, those little things right there will help. But eating less is the biggest thing. If it fills up the palm of your hand, that's a serving. That's it, babe. That's it. And what you can do, instead of eating 2 or 3 large meals every day, eat 6 snacks or just small meals. Fix yourself a smoothie in a blender. I got a video on that somewhere. And yeah, they're great. Just throw in some fruit or, maybe some yogurt if you like yogurt, and blend it up and drink it down. And you can also you can do veggies. You can do anything you want to do. But be that as it may, in response to his comment about sitting down to a plate full of chemicals is very, very accurate. And the more you're aware of it, the healthier you're going to be. The healthier you're going to be, the better you're going to feel, and everybody around you is going to feel, because everything starts with you, and goes out. It doesn't come from the top down. You don't feel better by absorbing it somehow. You do not. It starts internally and then it works out. But again, this is Rusty. Rusty78609 is my channel. All lower, Rusty78609, all lowercase, no spaces. And subscribe if you choose to. I mean, you're going to get stuff like this. Is it useful? It could be. Who knows? I mean, I'm 70 years old. I may know something. I might. So, anyway, enjoy your day. Carpe diem. Now it's 11:05. Thumbs up. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye. You know what I did? I noticed my teeth aren't real white. And, there's very few natural ways to whiten your teeth. In fact, trying to whiten it by using artificial things like certain toothpaste and stuff, or even going to the dentist and letting me do that shit, is not good for your teeth. And at my age, the only thing I have is Medicare. They don't cover dental. They don't cover vision either. Okay? And so I have to take care of my teeth. But what I found out was by reading, if you just brush your teeth with water once or twice a day, get you a stiff or firm toothbrush and just brush the crap out of them. They're not going to be shiny ass white, but they're going to be clean. And that's more important, in my opinion, which is worth. Anyway, enjoy your day. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye. I say adios, amigos. Bye-bye. There it is. Sorry.